Last night I stayed in one of the most peaceful little towns I've found in my entire time traveling the country. Towner, North Dakota, about 2 hours north of Bismarck, the state capital, an hour from the Canadian border. It's quiet, it's peaceful. A couple of mourning doves out there just mourning away. Not all is as peaceful as it seems in the American Midwest. There's a battle going on in the state of North Dakota that the world's not talking about, and it's really important, and we are going to document that today. Let's hit the road. I have gone through more windshield wiper fluid in the last 3 days in the Midwest than the rest of my life combined. It doesn't stop. Every time you go by a field, and all the work I just put into it at the last gas station cleaning it off is now gone, and I try to wipe it off and smudge it all over the windshield, but I keep trying anyways. So I gotta go make an important stop real quick, and then we're gonna go check out what is really going on underneath the surface in North Dakota. And done. No, not. Hold on. And done. Before we go wandering off into the dark, deep underbelly of North Dakota, my name's Tommy Vanderson. I quit my job back in Massachusetts as a car sales manager to pursue my dream of traveling the country, living out of my big ugly marshmallow, and just exploring every single corner of the country I could find, with the end goal of going to Alaska for June 21st. With gas prices as they are, that trip has been canceled, and I decided to pivot that into going to check out Key West, the Buoy, and the Inner Route 1. Now listen to my words very carefully. As excited as I was for Alaska, Key West will be just as good. And then from there, make my way back to the Northeast to go see my people. So if that sounds good to you, hit that like and subscribe button down below. It goes so far towards helping me live my dream of being a content creator on the road and traveling the country. The year is 1931. The United States has tasked engineer Edward M. Douglas of the U.S. Geological Survey to determine the exact center of North America for Canada, the United States, and Mexico. It is a very hard task to find the center of an irregular shape with coastlines and the curvature of the earth. He took the single most scientific approach that he could find. He drew the most detailed map he could on a piece of cardboard, cut it out, strung it from a ceiling, and used weights to determine the exact center of gravity in North America. He does his experiment, and it lands in a little town called Rugby. Well, actually 16 miles outside of Rugby, but Rugby heard this, they jumped on the opportunity, and by August 1932, they erected themselves a 21-foot monument declaring themselves the geographical center of North America. And to make sure that no one can steal their crown, because they heard rumors that Pierre, South Dakota might try, they filed for a trademark declaring themselves the geographical center of North America. So all is good, all is well. I have now officially made it to the geographical center of North America. Or have I? You saw the monument saying that that was the geographical center of North America. Well, when Mr. Edward M. Douglas did his research and used his cardboard cutout with the weights, discovered that the center was actually, in fact, right over around that pond someplace. I would go over to it, but it's private property and I'm not going to do that. But there's a little prairie pond over there, and the center is in and around there someplace. There's your true geographical center of North America. Video's over. Or is it? The game for the throne has not stopped. When Rugby jumped on the title of being king, it was to beat Pierre, South Dakota to the punch. Because for time before that, Pierre, South Dakota kept claiming that they were the center of North America. Until someone finally said, prove it. The moment they said, prove it, the king was dead. Mr. Edward M. Douglas did his rigorous science experiment and determined that the center was right over there. And Rugby claimed the crown. But when you build a monument like that, any king who needs to say he's the king is no king at all. Time to find the real king. I'm in the middle of a North Dakota prairie now. It's absolutely beautiful. There's prairie ponds, there's birds chirping. This is absolutely gorgeous. But when you play the Game of Thrones, you either win or you die. Let's go find out who has the next claim to be king. Yes, this is a gigantic excuse to be running around all of North Dakota today to find the true geographic center of North America. Because at the end of the day, I want to just be able to say that I went, and I don't know which is the real one, so let's play the Game of Thrones. This is the usurper to the throne, the scientific geographical center of North America. They're calling it the Geographical Center of North America because there's a trademark on that placed by Rugby. However, there's a very important distinction on this name. Scientific. You had Pierre, South Dakota, who was the reigning king. After scientific research in 1931 involving a cardboard cutout, it got changed to Rugby. Although it wasn't really in Rugby. Rugby just jumped on it real quick and said, let's build a monument real fast and it's ours. Well, 1931, cardboard leaves a little bit of room in science to go find the real center of North America. Let's see what science has to say. I'm sure you can gather from me my tongue-in-cheek joke here. Cardboard cutouts and weights is kind of an iffy way to make a scientific claim and let a town have its entire identity be based off that claim. So, in the world of science, I don't know how to survey a location, and half the words in this I barely even know how to pronounce. In 2016, Peter Rogerson, a geography professor at the University of Buffalo, applied for a more precise scientific approach to finding the center of North America. He utilized azimuthal equidistant projection. Azimuthal equidistant projection. Azimuthal equidistant projection. Boom. A method that accounts for the Earth's curvature and fed it into a computer program and designed to calculate a true centroid, center of gravity, of a 2D polygon representing North American landmass. Long story short, mathematically made center North Dakota the center of North America. The cool part about this is it was serendipitous that the town happened to be called Center. No, they did not pull a Rugby and just go, that's ours, and change the name to Center. It was actually just called Center because it's the center of its county. I'm sure when they did the math on it and they found out they put the center in center, there was probably a lot of smiles and happiness about that, and people probably thought that was pretty cool. So, center is the scientific, geographic center of North America. Before I can kneel to the king, I have to explore all options, and I haven't explored all options. There's still one more who claims to be the true heir to the throne of being the geographic center of North America. That's a cow. That can't possibly be the claim to the throne. What's the matter with you? That is actually Salem Sue, the world's largest Holstein cow. And although she may not be a claimant to the throne of the geographic center of North America, she is kind of the mother. Yes, I want an excuse to come see Salem Sue, and I had to find some way to tie her on my geographic... I don't know what the word for it is. This is one of the stupidest challenges I've done on video yet. But you know what? You know what's not dumb is Salem Sue. Because she is utterly moving. Sorry. I'm mapping out my little atlas there, and I saw world's largest Holstein cow was kind of like 20 minutes out of my way. I don't care how dumb my jokes are about the geographic center of North America are. If you see the world's largest Holstein cow, you go and see the world's largest Holstein cow. And you gotta check out her view. It keeps saying how flat North Dakota is, but it's flat, but it's not like so flat you're gonna watch your dog run away for 3 days. Every video I make in North Dakota, I'm gonna make that joke because I heard it a couple of years ago and I laughed about it for about 3 weeks. That's my Holstein friend. And why Salem Sue is because she is in New Salem, North Dakota, which is one of the dairy capitals of North Dakota. And I think the country, one of the top leading areas. I may be wrong about that. Don't hold me to the country thing, but at least in North Dakota is one of the dairy capitals. But I wasn't kidding. There is still one more usurper to the throne with a very telling story as to why they deserve to be king. Because I still haven't found the right claim to the throne that's worth bending my knee to. It's Saturday. I'm supposed to be at work right now on the most stressful day of the week. And now I'm chasing geographic centers of North America, making Game of Thrones jokes, and checking out Salem Sue. Let's hit the road because this one's a little bit of a ride. seen a Cracker Barrel in so long. Beautiful thing about working your way east, I don't know if there are any in Wyoming. Utah, I couldn't find it. And if there's one in Montana, I couldn't find it. And Colorado, I think they had like one. I don't know how many they got. I'm not a Cracker Barrel counter of sorts. See a Cracker Barrel in North Dakota? It means Cracker Barrel country is coming up, and I have an extra place to consider staying every single night. That's it. Back to the drive. See you at the next Geographical Center of North America. Who do I talk to? They have way too many of these. Of course it's closed. One of the claims to be for the rightful king of the geographic centers of North America lie behind that door. In my researching online, I had discovered Hanson's Bar. The year is 2015, and some gentlemen inside are having a conversation about the center of North America, using a blend of barstool science, discussing global warming and the shifting of the planet, that the center of North America lied underneath the floorboards of that bar. It was North Dakota's oldest bar, and it was apparently the official North Dakota home of Dale Watson's Chicken Shit Bingo. So you know, if they were doing barstool science in there, it was real quality, good science. And I wanted to ask so many questions about it, because I was like, you know what? If you're doing barstool science and you prove that the center of North America is beneath your floorboards, that's science I want to listen to. Remember the trademark I mentioned way back when I was in Rugby, North Dakota, that they had applied for in 1989? Well, it turns out in 2009, they forgot to renew it. After having the conversation in that bar, they filed for the trademark of being the geographic center of North America because Rugby forgot to renew it. And so for $350, they got to claim the title of being the geographical center of North America. I had a whole big joke I was going to make when I got here, if you're a Game of Thrones fan, that this was the Jon Snow of geographical centers, because it didn't want to be king, it just deserved to be king. But I can't make the joke because apparently Jon Snow has gone north of the wall, and we are left without a king. The moment that I saw that the bar was closed, Tom had the thought, if they were the owners of the geographical center of North America and they closed, does that mean they still have the trademark? Or does that mean the trademark is up for grabs? I was planning on becoming the king of North America and buy that trademark. I heard it was $350 to have it. So I jumped on to Google, and well, I can't buy it because I guess in 2019, I didn't know this, Rugby made some movements with the trademark offices, whoever it is that you file these things with, and they took it back from Hanson's Bar. So Hanson's Bar was no longer the geographical center of North America. We all know that kind of was. Rugby has officially turned into Brand the Broken. It's the king that no one wants. In a game of Geographic Thrones, you either win or you die. Literally, the business died, I guess, and that makes Rugby the winner. I can't believe they're closed. Why is everything always closed? I had this whole build-up on my way here. I got the Jon Snow. I was going to find the owners. I was going to get the whole story behind the bar science of how they proved that the center was underneath the floorboards in there. And then someone had the wherewithal to look at the trademark for it, discovered that it had elapsed, and they bought the trademark. So they stole the trademark from another town 100 some odd miles away. The door's locked. I can't even play chicken shit bingo. When I was at the monument earlier today, there was two really nice folks from Minnesota that were there, and they asked me to take their picture, so I took their picture with the monument. They were about to head to some botanical gardens. Oh no. And me being Mr. Tour Guide said, hey, when you're done at the botanical gardens, just so you know, this isn't the real geographical center. It's down and underneath a barroom floor in Robinson, North Dakota. I told them the story, so they kind of got the joke. That's 100-some-odd miles away. I really hope they don't come all the way out here. Hope to find the Geographical Center. Just to find out that Tommy Vanderson had no clue he was talking about, because the place that they were at was actually, in fact, the Geographical Center of North America. Oh, I hope they don't come all the way out here. Anyways, so good news is there's one true king that lives in the center of North America, and it's right down the road. This is a king that I could bow to. Let's go visit the true king of the Geographic Center of North America. Let's hit the road. Behold, the one true king that is the heart of North America. The American buffalo, the bison, whatever you want to call it, they supplied everything this area needed from the west to the east, from the south to the north. The prairie is the geographic center of North America, and the king of the American prairie is the American bison. I've been in North Dakota now for a couple days. You hear that North Dakota is so flat, you can watch your dog run away for 3 days. I just made the joke again. And these prairies, they stretch up into Canada. They stretch far south into Mexico. The horizons are as far as the eye can see, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Monuments, paperwork, trademarks, barroom math. That's just people being people and trying to claim something that is, well, you can't claim to be the king unless you're the king. And there's your king. This is Dakota Thunder, made in 1959. 46 feet long, 26 feet tall, 14 feet wide, and weighs 60 tons. What did the father of Buffalo say to his son when he went off to college? Bye, son. I still gotta find home for the night because I spent so much time learning about the geographical centers that I forgot that at some point I'm gonna need to go to bed tonight. Just one video. I want to walk up to my door and have it be unlocked. There's no one here. And the people that are here are the sweetest people in the world. No one's breaking in my van. Why do I keep locking my door when I'm going to be out of it for like 3 minutes? Hi. Maybe I jumped the gun a little bit on being back in the world of Cracker Barrels. I was so hoping to go pull into a Cracker Barrel tonight, but I just searched it. There's only one within 100 miles, and it's the one I passed back in Bismarck. I really hope those people never showed up at the bar, hoping to find the center of North America. Oh, they're gonna find my channel and send me such hate. Oh well, all right, I gotta find home. It's gonna happen. North Dakota is quickly becoming one of my favorite states in the country. After I got off the camera a little bit earlier trying to figure out where I was going to sleep tonight, I found that Fargo, North Dakota is right down the street, and I love the movie Fargo, so I said, let's go check it out. Well, I've been in town for about 20 minutes, and every human being I've met since I got here is quite possibly the sweetest human being I've ever met in my entire life. I heard that Fargo is full of sweet people. What they tell you is not even close to the truth because they're 10 times sweeter than what they tell you about Fargo. All right, that's it. I want to go to bed. I'm tired. It's been a good day, but it's been a long day, and all I want to do is go to bed. Starting in a couple days, it's going to be time to start making my way to Key West, go check out the buoy and the end of Route 1, to make my way back to New England for the rest of the summer, and bop around my backyard to show you my old stomping grounds. If you wanted high-quality content regarding with Vanlifers, Instagram beautiful spots, you got the wrong guy. But if you want to find out how to play the Game of Thrones for the Geographical Center of North America, I'm your guy. Hit that like and subscribe button down below. I appreciate you guys. I love you. I'm going to get to bed because I am tired, and good night.